What up, issue with T-Bone Reaction? So, this has been the talk as of recently though, where cause one black with the latest jubilee of one black radical versus 20 black conservative, where our candidacy was the one black radical against 20 black conservatives though. Everybody been talking about this. There's been low key memes and everything about it as well too though. I'm gonna try to watch much as I can. There might be a part two to this as well too. Depends on one. I'm working on my little minutes is up and then we up or two. If I feel like I can't watch as much as well. Other than that, this is gonna be possibly part one of this. So without further ado, let's check this out.
Black culture is toxic, and let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black home. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Who do
You're
we vote
talking
for?
to a radical, not a Democrat. The radical mind state simply is living opposite to our colonizers, which is an imperialist, capitalist mind state, and radical blacks do not believe that is.
And we have to say that they have more than one. There's two. They have like one cop one cop versus 20 criminals. Let me just go over as well too. Though what else they have with these on the Jubilee. So it's like music I know it's because it's like one, Emil Seals is well known, and two, oh they got one with Candace Owens. God damn it, the 20 feminists. They got 20 feminists. They got one with one with I saw one with like a cop and some criminals. If I recall, but yeah, yep. War Sports and versus fans. Oh, they got one. Oh, Skip. Yeah, they got some crazy ones over here. 20s it takes on one. These Jubilees is interesting though. I'm not sure I'm gonna do all these though. But anyway, pro-life or pro-choices, all this. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, let's keep this rolling though. Let's see if I can sing and do as much as I can.
Way for us to have liberation. Well, here's what you all keep doing. You keep interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the point that I'm going to make. And yet you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works. If I show you respect, give me the respect back. Ooh, I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn. Let's go. Greetings. I am Amanda.
Somebody even joked to say a bunch of one, and everybody was around with raccoons.
Widely known as a comedian, an actress, a disruptor, an annoying person on the internet who always tells the truth. And I am now an artistic intellectual who commits myself to making art that educates. And today, I am surrounded by 20 black conservatives. My first claim is it is undeniable that reparations are just and necessary.
All right, reparations, fair, necessary. My question would be, who's going to get it? Why would they get it? And how long are we going to sit here focusing on trying to get reparations? It's been how many years since slavery? 150 years, 1865? Whenever there's a real thing that this country wants to do, they do it. Stop Asian hate. Okay, there's a problem with the Asian hate. Let's draft a bill, sign it, and it's done. Anything that needs to be done is done. With us, it's a carrot they dangle in front of us that they don't really want to do. And it's not going to help. We need education. Oh, it's not going to help. No, it's not. We need education. Getting a check from the government is not going to do that. And we need proper education. A lot of us go to these institutions where we're not really prepared, we're not really focused, and we don't get things that'll help us in the real world. So if you want to help black people, a check from the government, from our tax dollars is going to get raised because, let's be clear, everybody in here is black. We all American, we all got to pay taxes. It'll go to that. So I don't really see how this is going to help us at all.
Okay. Well, first I'll start with it will help on even just a moral level.
Now I'm thinking about I might do the Jamie Foxx one. I might just do like up to 30 or possibly 15 minutes of this. Right, 30.
The reality is that the United States has become very comfortable with the fact that it does not consider black people equal, and it shows that in many ways that I'm sure we will discuss over the course of today. But ultimately, there has not been a committed, concerted effort to shifting the mindset around the use of black people as a labor force in this nation back when it was slavery, now in the use of slavery as slave labor in prisons. So on a basic cultural level, reparations are an act of repair. They are an effort to say, our bad, we see you now. We have seen that done with Japanese folks who were put in internment camps. We have seen that done with Jewish folks. We have seen that done even in the case of slave owners who received reparations. When it comes to the use of tax dollars to pay reparations, and this is going to come up a lot today, it's a matter of values, right? For me, my value system circulates around the fact that I think that as a community, we should all be engaged in repair for our community. So I don't think there should be any problem with there being tax dollars spent at repairing consistent efforts that have been made to impede black people. So the reparations you're talking about are not just related to slavery. There's reparations that have been discussed all over.
Hold up. The conservative can raise their red flag when they would like a different speaker. Ooh.
Nation in different communities as it relates to particular massacres, as it relates to
When majority of 11 flags are raised, a new speaker may step into the debate.
mining and the impediment of black people to earn wealth by having property. There's been impediments in various ways that can be repaired. And I want to also just add, there's reparations that are considered a cash payment from a government. There's also the version of reparations that shows up in how funds are applicated to specific groups of people. So there's multiple ways in which what you're stating cannot happen could very well happen.
Okay, now as far as the money going towards certain things is going to help us, let's look at Baltimore Public Schools. They get, I think, the third most money per pupil in the US of A, like $15,000 per student, but yet the majority of the population that comes from that environment can't read. They're illiterate. So we're dumping money on the situation, yes, but yet we're not getting the results we should get from it. Money's not going to help the thing. We need to just focus on what we need to focus on. As far as black people being labor force of this country, what else are we doing? We got 25% of us on some kind of government assistance. 1 out of every 3 black men will go to jail. We got to do something. We got to work with our hands, work with tools, do something, because we're not doing much of anything. And also, one more piece here. Reparations, again, always dangling in front of us, never going to happen. As long as you've been living, as long as I've been living, as long as everybody been living, they say we need it, we need it, we need it, and it never gets done. One more piece.
You just said one more piece, then you're adding another one.
I promise.
So hold on to it.
I'm gonna land the plane. I'm gonna land the plane. I promise. Reparations is a thing. Like I said, it's a carrot that dangle in front of us. They're never really going to get it done. And if it was going to get done, it would have already been done. It's just something that they're using to try and make us stay Democrat. That's what I wanted to say.
Well, Democrats are not doing reparations either. This is nonpartisan. This is black partisan, baby. Okay?
Well,
this is nonpartisan.
Who do we vote for? Who do we vote for 90% of the time? There's no incentive.
To be quite honest, you're not talking to a Democrat. You're talking to a radical.
Okay, but let's land this plane very quickly.
Wait,
who do we vote for?
Let's land this plane quickly.
Who do
you're
we vote
talking
for?
to a radical, not a Democrat.
Okay,
and
you
so,
are your own person.
Let me
but
tell
who
you
do we
something
vote
now.
for?
I don't know what they told you, but if they told you that cutting me off is how it's going to get clicks, stop it now.
Oh, no.
That's not how we're going to. That's not how we're going to
We
interfere.
having a debate.
A debate does not require continuously cutting somebody off.
Okay, no problem.
Now, I do want to state this. You're stating things as it relates to how money is not fixing a problem.
I'm kind of good idea. Look at the
problem without acknowledging the fact that the problem doesn't exist in a vacuum, and that there are so many other factors that are determining how that money is getting spent to impede it from actually fixing a problem. You can put all the money into Baltimore Public Schools you want, but if you are also putting all this money into policing, into communities that are not getting resources, then you are also creating your own conundrum. The other part of this is that when you're saying they, you know, the they is a broad context. And the last part of this that I will say is that you keep saying they're dangling this in our face, they're dangling in our face. Slavery lasted for 400 years. It hasn't even been 400 years since slavery. So should we be only fighting for a quarter of the time to get repair?
All right, I'm so sorry. You've been voted out by the majority.
All right.
Please return to your seat.
Okay.
They ain't running. All right, here we go.
My name's Matt Nuclear.
Hello,
I
Matt.
appreciate
Matt
sharing.
Nuclear?
Matt Nuclear, yes.
Matt Nuclear, give me a better
You
handshake.
look young.
Let's do it.
I
All right.
appreciate having this conversation with a beautiful black woman like yourself. This is nice, beautiful arena here. I disagree that reparations are necessary. I think the most important thing that's necessary right now for the black community would be the stopping of violence, especially black-on-black violence. I don't see how reparations is going to solve anything. You can give everyone here like a $50,000 check, especially people that are in the streets who are committing violent crimes consistently. A $50,000 check, it's not going to fix anything. It's not going to increase the median household income in the next 10 years by 10% or 20%. For example, we have the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. We prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against them and basically put them under apartheid, even here in the United States. Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are killing each other 90% of the time, which is the rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI?
Oh, young Matt.
Yet white people are the oppressors.
I'm not sure where your education came from, but they lied to you.
Stats don't lie, though.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there, particularly when the statistics are coming from the sources that gain from the statistics being shown a different way. So if you're going to start your argument on stats don't lie, you've already lost the argument. They lie all the time. One,
He said, I haven't known.
comparing Chinese people who are immigrants that made a choice to come to the United States and comparing the continued effort of black people to ground themselves in a nation that continues to make impediments for them to show and live and exist in their true citizenship is a false equivalency.
I don't believe that happens at all. No one here is in.
Are you
being
acting
impinged on
right now?
anything.
Do you
I'm
really
I'm
believe
telling
this?
the truth. There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. What system is racist? I think the only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism that we've seen, is the application of systemic racism against white people. The University of Western Washington, for example, has been trying to segregate dormitories using black-only
She
dormitories.
little like breast is a little man heart, man. So the first one, all right, the first one, I don't know, it was 50-50 on that one. I just stop and say my first thought on the first one. It was 50 on that one. I could, but this one, I think she might got him on this one. I mean, he's young. He's young as everything. I mean, doesn't know so much. So, and things he's taught though. So I don't know. Let's see what she can see.
Because black people feel safer amongst each other, but they're more likely to kill each other than white people are ever to kill them.
Ooh.
That's just the truth. You have King Von rapping about killing other black men. Why should I think that the white man is the oppressor when black men are more likely to kill me?
Oh my
Tell me.
God, this is scary. You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion. So let's check that now.
Okay.
Okay? So on a basic level, we have to understand that systemic racism is grounded in the realities that black people have not been considered an equal human being in this country since its onset. So there's simply no way to make the argument that there isn't systemic racism, and we have seen in very clear ways the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off. When we talk about systemic racism, we can start with even the fact that redlining, which was implemented to discriminate black communities. Are you shaking your head that redlining doesn't exist?
No, I'm saying I don't think it really existed at all. I mean, no, I don't think so at all.
So it does exist, and stating that it
Redlining practices of denying mortgage to those who live in neighborhoods considered risky. Lenders target black and immigrant communities in the urban areas. Ooh.
doesn't exist doesn't make it no longer exist. Redlining absolutely exists. It is not something that's being made up. It's an empirical fact, and there are realities that exist because of redlining. We know that school systems are related to the way that property taxes are affecting the school systems. If a school system is not getting the same property value as the property taxes allow it, then it's not going to have the same efficacy at allowing for students to be able to get what they deserve. When we talk about systemic racism, we have to acknowledge that these private prisons are literally built based on the test scores of school students in 3rd grade. So if you are literally building prisons with the onset of, okay, if these people are not reaching a certain reading level, then we know that they're going to go down a prison industrial pipeline where we can use their free labor. Then how is that not systemic? And if you want to
stop them from entering prisons.
How are you going to stop people from entering prisons if your goal is to get them into prison?
Sure, make them try to be more like Ben Carson than be like King Von. That's very, very simple.
So how does King Von happen? How does King Von happen?
King Von
reparations.
Hold on,
actually, no. Let me land the plane.
Yeah.
We're talking about reparations, and what you're doing is actually just trying to get this conversation off the facts. And
Ben
the fact
Carson's
is, reparations are just and necessary because on a basic level, black people built this country, and the country continues to thrive off of the labor that black people put into this country. And it would behoove you, young man, to really understand the way that your ancestors put blood, sweat, and tears into this nation that is still living off of those blood, sweat, and tears. And let me also add, there are reparations and then there is remunerations.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Thumbs
difference?
Yes, but can I finish one
No,
point that I wanted
answer
to
the
say?
question.
Ben Carson's cousins were killed at a very young.
I'm so sorry. You've
Damn.
been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
I hope some of y'all are acting. I really do. We in LA, and I hope some people in here are acting.
All right, so that one I would say she died. She had a bigger point than he do. I mean, he can't. He's coming from what he's been raised and everything as well too, though. He had some points, but the King Von, he did support the King Von debate as well too. But I feel like she's going to say that how King Von was raised was based off of poverty. How he was brought up in the poverty, which was put once our people as well too in a way. So I see that though. But the way she coming at it, I hope y'all acting, Lord. Because the guy is, people be coming at folks saying folks are like playing dumb, or the big word obtuse is supported now these days with folks because of anything. So, and even I say because I've been around a lot of folks growing up that was smart and different. I never once heard anybody say obtuse sassy on the end as a lady. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you can call me I need better friends than none, but yeah, let's keep going. All right, here we go. And I think we're still on the same subject of what's the subject called again? Of the under the what's the subject one? We're still on the same subject like as well too. What's it called? It's undeniable that reparations are just as necessary. Okay, so we're still in the same. So he might be going he might be stopping at this each one.
Oh, what's that on your chain?
This is a coin from Israel.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, you gotta go.
That's a choice that you are making for yourself.
Yes. The thing with the whole reparations thing, and I don't know, we're probably close to the same age, so maybe you can't call me.
How old are
mom.
you?
I'm 32.
I am 44.
Oh, really? Oh, you look young.
Damn. Ain't gonna lie, she do look old. He look older than her. Damn.
Thank you. That's what water and keeping stress out of your life will do.
Really? Liberal positions are real stressful.
By the way, I wouldn't know. I'm not a liberal. Carry on.
Well, it's the liberal position because conservatives believe in hard work. We believe in going to work and working for what you got, not asking for handouts from people who never had slaves. Some of the people that you're asking for money from never had slaves. And let's talk about the fact there were also black people that had slaves. So if you want to talk about that, how is that fair? If I'm a white person and my family fall on the side of the Union, why should I have to pay for slaves when this whole country was never all racist? Some of the founding fathers were abolitionists, and they hated slavery. And they actually put things in the Declaration of Independence and things too, because they believed that there'll be a future where there would be a black president one day, or that there would be people in leadership that were black. There was people in the North who helped with the Underground Railroad and fought with the Union. So why is that fair for people who never had slaves, who fought against slavery, to have to pay for people that had slaves?
One, from my understanding, you are more interested in preserving the fairness of those who didn't have slaves than the fairness of those who are the descendants of slaves. That is priority to you than finding a fair way to accommodate those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts. They were asking for equal opportunity. And we have equal opportunity in this country. We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. We had a black president and we had a black vice president. I mean, I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know.
Oh, here we go with this shit again.
We had a black president, and you know who voted for that black man? White people. Because you can't win a popular election in this country without white people. So Barack Obama is the product of white people. So let's get off this thing where, oh, America is so racist. What's making America so racist is people that continue to talk about racism and continue to focus on racism instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward. People that have this liberal mindset are infecting our communities, black people, and making us victims and not victors. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought for. They fought for
Do
equal
not bring up
opportunity.
Harriet Tubman's name in vain.
Ooh, I knew when he said that. I knew she was gonna get feel some type of way. I mean, he was cooking, and I read him like he was cooking, and I'm like, oh, he's cooking still. Just when he said, I knew she's gonna feel some way about that.
Baby, please.
They said the
Harriet
Lord's
Tubman,
name in vain.
Harriet
The
Tubman,
Lord's name.
Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family and others from slavery.
Yeah. You know who helped her? White people.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
No,
Come on in.
no.
Come on
You know
in.
who helped her?
Come on in.
No, you know who helped her?
God and Harriet.
People who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things
It's a
that
lie. White supremacy is a lie.
No, sir,
It's
that's
a
simply
lie.
not
There's
true.
no such. I mean, there's
If that
some.
Let me go back to that Harriet Tubman. Whoa, this is okay. First off, Harriet Tubman arrested more than 60 people and provided assistance as in during the journey. She seek help free and enslaved. Yep, we know about that. Especially enslaved record and whites, including Quakers. She free other folks too, not just African American. That's a good one right there. Good fact check.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
No.
Come on in.
No,
Come on
you know
in.
who helped her?
Come on in.
No, you know who helped her?
God and Harriet.
People who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things
It's a
that
lie. White supremacy is a lie.
No, sir,
It's
that's
a
simply
lie.
not
There's
true.
no such. I mean, there's
If that
some.
were not the case, then we wouldn't see the continued effort of colonialism and white people placing themselves in positions of power
You
when
know
they
why
do
they're
not
in
have the
position of power? Because
Let
their
me hear
culture.
this.
Black culture is toxic. The black culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers
So
in
white
the black
culture
home.
is.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Ooh, black culture is toxic. Woo, I don't know. That was a little interesting one right there as well too. Oh man.
Let's talk about that.
None of this is gonna work if y'all are just gonna sit here and make up shit.
We having
it's
a
not
debate.
gonna work. No, a debate has to be in facts.
You're
You are
putting off
literally
emotional
not,
liberalism
I am
right
not
now.
putting off emotional liberalism. You're putting off unfounded lies
That's what y'all
based
do. Y'all
in
start saying
conservatism.
misinformation. Remember they
It
did the
is
misinformation thing all summer where everything
Look at
conservative
this man.
did. They said
You're carrying a chain around your neck of an apartheid nation that actively wants to harm black people and
What about the
non-Jewish people.
apartheid? What
But
about
let
when-
me bring it
what
back.
about when
Let
black
me bring
people
it
were
back.
selling black people
Let me
in
bring it.
Africa
That was not happening
and
in the
put them
context that
cages,
you're saying.
And they were selling
Let's
their
bring
own
it
people.
back.
Black people still sell
Okay.
their own people today too. By
I don't
the
know
way,
if I'm gonna last.
we're selling our
I
own
can't-
people
I don't know
too.
if I'm gonna
You probably
last.
won't last with me.
I won't because your ignorance is so
See,
overwhelming.
y'all, that's liberals. Y'all start name calling when y'all
No,
getting
it's
defeated
not
in an
name
argument.
calling. You won't have an argument because you keep cutting me off.
Oh, well, that's fine if they don't let me come
You
back
won't
over.
even.
I made my
you won't.
point.
You didn't make
I
your
made my point.
You haven't
And
made
I'm
your
okay
point.
with being
And let me
voted
just
out.
tell you about your point. You started off saying we believe in hard work.
Yeah.
And we believe in being compensated.
Reparations is not though. Reparations is not hard work. It's stealing. It's Robin Hood.
You said you believe in hard work.
Yes.
And you believe in being compensated for hard work.
Yes.
Were slaves compensated for their work?
They weren't compensated for their work. But why should
That-
people who are sitting at home playing video games, smoking marijuana,
Are you sitting at
be
home
giving
playing a video game?
checks?
Are
But
you
no, the
sitting at
people that
home
they-
playing a video
the
game?
people that they're wanting
Am I
reparations
sitting at home
for-
playing a video game? No.
The people
and
they
I don't
want
know what
reparations
I don't
for.
know who these people are that you're talking about because the majority of the black community is not sitting at home playing video games.
majority of the black
Where are you
community is
getting
doing a
that
lot of
statistic?
things.
Yeah.
Where are you
A lot
getting
of
that
things is not
statistic?
right. I've been-
Pause.
Alright, first off, I don't know this one. He was cooked for a minute, then he started getting cooked on the way. Like, especially the parts on like this black people sitting around and getting like, I feel that's a little somewhat stereotypical to ask me that he went that route, in my opinion. I think he kind of went a little stereotypical of that, in my opinion, with that one though. as well. So yeah. Other than that, he was good for a minute. He had some valid points. It's just, yeah. I think we're gonna be doing different recording each subject. So let me just keep going.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn, let's go.
Oh shit. Let's get a lady in this one,
My hands wet
please.
From the bottom.
My hands are sweaty because
Okay.
I'm nervous. We both got sweaty
Got it.
hands. Okay. So I just wanted clarity because I think it'd be helpful. You said radical. I wanted just clarity on that. And then also with the reparations, you said it's not just money, it's other things. I just want to know, like, what do you see as, like, the grand picture of what would help?
The grand picture of what would help.
Of
what?
reparations, like, what does that look like to you?
Oh, great. Reparations, what reparations looks like to me is a combination of reparations and remunerations. And reparations are about repair for damages that have been caused based on harm. Remunerations is a monetary response to work that has not been paid for. So if you come and paint my house and I don't pay you, you can take me to court and get remunerations for the work that you have done. So we're actually owed both in this nation as Black people, and there are incredibly just clear-cut records that show the buying and selling and purchasing of slaves, the work that was done, also the intellectual property that was stolen from slaves, right? Because there was so much inventing that was happening, and there is also quite a bit of other reparations that are being discussed as it relates to property being stolen, as it relates to, again, redlining and the inability for Black people to get loans, etc. And these impediments being solely based on their race.
As far as, like, discrimination.
Yes, like they're being solely based on their race, it not being about anything other than you're Black so you can't, right? And so when it's very clear cut like that, there are very distinctive responses to that that can be done through a cash payment as well as through measures that are being done to create funds for creating resources and responses like housing, like access to food, access to education, et cetera, that certain communities have not had access to because of the fallout from these things.
And I just had a quick question for clarifying. With the funds, I'm wondering, where do you think those should come from? Like, the actual money, like, is that we're raising money? Is it taxes? Like, what does that look like?
Well, I think what they've been doing with these different reparations committees is they're looking at, all right, well, how much has this city or how much has this town or how much has this country gained from the estimated amount that was stolen from these people, right? So they're looking at, like, what is this wage amount? For instance, like, if you look at during that time, okay, what was the wage amount that a hired worker would get for this same work? All right, and so we're looking at how was that wage not provided and what is that pool that is being created? And then we're looking at, all right, where can that wage come from in terms of how has that wage been applied? So there are spaces where this is very clear. I think the last thing that you asked about was the difference between liberal and radical.
Yeah, please.
Ultimately, the concept of liberalism is really just not Republican, right? I mean, that's essentially what it's become.
I
It's
would
like,
disagree with that, but I understand that's your stance.
there's a very generic concept of what liberalism is in the sense that it's simply saying that I am a part of the bipartisan mind frame, but I am not a Republican. It's a mindset. It doesn't always show up in action, but it's a mindset that says, you know, I don't support extremes in certain ways, or, you know, I want the government to show up in certain ways. You know, I know there's a conservative point of view that says there should be less government, but even though it just says that, the action is very different. The radical mind state simply is living opposite to our colonizers, which is an imperialist, capitalist mind state, and radical Blacks do not believe that that is any way for us to have liberation.
Thank you for explaining that.
And thank you for being very respectful.
We were told.
And that's like the first one that didn't cut her off or anything she respected about the debate and let her say a piece and all that as well too. To the point that the debate time ran out. So let's keep going.
To be respectful. We're not your enemies.
Thank
so-
you, my good friend.
That's good. Before I go forward, let me check out some of the comments as well too. We're going to go into the different one, but let's check some real quick. Anyway, so I'm gonna see what else I'm gonna do, but I think the stock is waking up. Let's just check to see what's going on with this.
It is now a podcast, available wherever you listen. Search
this is
Surrounded, plug in, and stay part of the conversation.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna do a video for each debates as well. That seems like that's the direction I should do with this. Other than that, and here's somebody waking up. if I can get sleep again, I'll do the rest. But for now, I'll put this one up. So this to be part 1 of this, and I'll put the debate. I'll try to put the debate in this. If I can't fit in the title, I'll definitely fit it in the description as well too. But anyway, so far for the first 3 guys, the first guy was 50-50 as well too. The one with the young boy, he is the way how he was raised and everything. And the one we just did, and there's a lot of people talking about that. Got that one. I have to check on Facebook. Amazing to see everybody talk about as well too. He's right now the one most talked about one right now, and yeah, he had a little point for a start or a second, then he just went downhill and got cooked as well too, and he kind of showed his side a little bit. And the one girl, she was very respectful and wanted to ask a question and wanted to be educated. So that's how that went. So yeah, we're gonna check out the next one soon. I guess the next one is about black on background. That's gonna be interesting one to check out. So other than that, this is part 1 of the 1 radical versus 20 black conservative Jubilee with Amanda Seal. If you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will try my best to find time to do the others. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.